everyone, in this video we're doing an introduction to algebra. So we're finally starting algebra. Now, a lot of times you would have probably used algebra in regular everyday life and you probably didn't even know. And I know that most of you all, or it should be everyone, would have done algebra in lower forms, right? Now, let's look at what we are looking at with this beginning introduction to algebra. So we did the directed numbers. So now, because we did the directed numbers, it'll be a little bit easier to maneuver around the algebra. And algebra is normally one of the most disliked topics in math. It's actually my favorite out of all the math topics. I really love algebra because algebra is something you see coming up in almost every different topic, right? So it's good to practice your algebra and really ensure that you understand. All right, so now algebraic symbols. An algebraic symbol, so I'm looking right here. An algebraic symbol is used to represent a number that we do not know. Usually we use letters from the alphabet. So for example, X and Y are the two common ones you see all the time. But it could be any letter from the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, any letter, right? Now the word algebraic is a difficult word when you see it to pronounce. So pronounce it as algebraic. Algebraic. So now let's look at some worded statements and how we can use algebra to express them. So the sum of x and y. We know that sum means addition, adding, right? So the sum of x and y. And then now let's look at number 2. A subtracted from b. So A is being subtracted from b. So b comes first and then A is being subtracted from that. Number 3. 10 more than m. More than means that they're adding on, right? So m and then they're adding on 10. 10 more than m. 17 less than h. So you have h and it's 17 less, meaning they're taken away now. Alright, let's look at number 5. 8 times x. So just as they have it here, 8 times means multiply x. And that could be simplified as just 8x. See, we could remove the multiplication sign. Now, one thing I want to just show you all. This is a multiplication sign. In algebra, don't write x like that as well. Leave that to represent multiplication. Write your x's in algebra as this. Those two curved lines. So like for the 8 times, if you have 8 times x and you write your x as that, it's very confusing. So write it as 8 multiply 8 times x. And so it's easier to differentiate. One is multiplication and one is the letter x, right? Alright, the products of h and g. Product means multiply. So that's h by g, h times g. And again, once you have a multiplication sign in between, you can leave it out. 7, 8, a divided by b. So a divided by b. And that could be written as a fraction like that, right? Just like if you have 4 divided by 5. That can be written as 4 over 5 like a fraction, right? Alright, and the two little harder ones. Number 8 and 9. 5 times the sum of x and y. So 5 times the sum of x and y. Now you see I put this in brackets because the sum of x and y is one thing together. So 5 times the sum of x and y. And you could remove this multiplication sign to just have 5 open brackets x plus y, right? When a number y, number 9 now, when a number y is multiplied by 8, so when y is multiplied by 8, the result is squared. So that result is squared to give a new number k. That gives a new number k. So y by 8 is same as 8y all squared, right? So y is multiplied by 8, so that gives y by 8, which is same as 8y. then that result is squared, so you're squaring that. Then that result is squared to give a new number, k. So that new number means that it's equal to k, right? So it's important to do these questions in pieces, right? Don't rush it. Read each piece, each part of the sentence in parts, and then try to write it out. All right, so now we're going to look at this little exercise here. And it's just like the examples we were looking at just now. So let's look at number 1. 27 times 7. So 27. So 27 times y. I think I said 7 just now. 27 times y. Right? And remember, that could be simplified to just 27y. You can remove the multiplication sign. Number 2. The product of 5 and m. Remember, product means multiply as well. So product of 5 and m. So 5 times m. That will give me 5m. Right? 11 times the sum of g and s. 11 times the sum of, so I'm going to put the sum in the brackets, the sum of j and s. Sum, remember, is addition. So 11 times the sum of j and s. And you can write this as just this by removing the multiplication sign after the 11. Number 4, 44 divided by x. So 44 divided by x. You could write that as 44 over x, like a fraction. 3 less than d. So you get d minus 3. Right? Pretty simple. Now let's look at the harder ones. When a number x is multiplied by 2, so let's do it by parts. When a number x is multiplied by 2, the result is squared. So the result is squared. That result is squared. To give a new number, it gives a new number y. We could write this as 2x squared equals y. If you left your answer like this, it's not a problem. So a number x, so x is the number multiplied by 2, and that result there is squared to give a new number y. Alright, number 7. When 4 is added to a certain number, the result is the same as halving the number and adding 10. So it's plenty of information. When 4 is added to a certain number, they didn't tell us what the certain number is. So you can let the certain number be x or any letter if you want. We just use x. So 4 is added to a certain number. So 4 is added to the certain number x. The result is the same as, halving the number. So that certain number, we're going to half it and adding 10. So let's look at that again. When 4 is added to a certain number, so 4 is added to that certain number x, the result, that is equal to, the same as halving the number, so halving that certain number x. Halving means you divide by 2, and then you add in 10. And number 8, squaring a number. So squaring a number, again, you can use the certain number to be x, right? So squaring a number and subtracting 6 gives the same result, equals as doubling the number. So doubling means 2 by x and adding 9. So I can write this as squaring the number and taking away, subtracting 6 is the same as doubling the number, which is just 2x plus 9. Pretty simple. Take your time. Don't rush these questions, again, piece by piece, right? Just stopping, writing in, and continuing, right? So I hope you all understand this video. Any problems, please let me know. All right, see you in the next video.